So let's hear from Labour now and the Shadow Communities Secretary, Andrew Gwynn MP. Welcome to you indeed. Do you think you can stop a no-deal Brexit in 79 days' time?
Well, we don't think that the choice is between Theresa May's deal and no deal. We think that's a false choice. We will be voting for a sensible approach to how we deal with leaving the European Union. So that means we will be opposing Theresa May's deal. We will then be calling for a general election in the event that that
No,
deal
I understand all of that, but I understand that you wouldn't like it to be the choice,
Yep.
but as things stand, that is the choice, isn't it? Either people come on board for her deal or a version of it, or we would go out with no deal. And I'm just wondering if there are any circumstances that Labour would allow that to happen.
Look, I don't agree. I don't think it is a binary choice, Adam. I think that what we've got to do is firstly see how the dust settles. Next Tuesday we will have a vote in the House of Commons. Let's see whether the charm offensive of the Prime Minister over Christmas has worked. We might be speculating about something that might not happen in the event of her deal passing the House of Commons. But if her deal doesn't pass, then that is a spectacular failure of a government. The raison d'etre of this government is to secure Britain's exit from the European Union. And if she fails to command a majority in the House of Commons, then it's incumbent on the Prime Minister to come back to the House of Commons with a proposition that will command a majority in the House of Commons, Adam.
OK, if she goes down to that spectacular defeat, as you describe it, next week, do we have a guarantee that Labour will then finally table a vote of confidence in the government?
Well, we want a general election, and the only way that you can get a general election under the Fixed Term Parliament Act is to table a vote of confidence in the government. But
that's not a guarantee. Are you guaranteeing it's going to happen? Because, we had that rather pointless constitutional manoeuvre of a vote of confidence
in the event of Theresa May failing to get her deal through, we will be calling for a general election, and to do that you have to table a motion.
So that is a guarantee within, next week, basically. If, as everyone expects, this deal is not passed, we will be into a vote of confidence. Is that right?
Absolutely.
You can say that, and Mr Corbyn's going to do that. He's not going to...
Look, we've got a very clear position. If this deal does not pass through the House of Commons, we will be calling for an immediate general election. The only way you can secure a general election is to table a motion of confidence in the government.
And were that general election to take place, what would Labour be proposing on Britain's relationship with the European Union?
Well, of course, we're a democratic party, Adam, and we have this technical detail of a Clause 5 meeting, which means that the trade unions, the Parliamentary Labour Party, Shadow Cabinet, and the wider membership, the unions, come together and decide what will be in our manifesto.
It's a bit odd, though. You're saying we've got a crisis, we ought to have a general election. Crisis is brought about by the EU, and you can't tell us what Labour would be proposing.
As it stands, Adam, we are committed to Labour's 6 tests. We will want to negotiate a deal with the European Commission based on Labour's 6 tests. One that ensures that there is a new comprehensive customs union, one that ensures close trading links with the European Union remain, and one that protects workers' rights and standards and consumer and environmental protections. We've been very clear on that, and that is what we will seek to do.
Of course, a lot of people are wondering why, with Labour sliding in the opinion polls against the Conservatives, why on earth you'd want a general election anyway?
Well, look, I'm confident that if we secured a general election, we would put our case to the country, not just about the issue of Brexit, but more importantly about how we rebuild this country. That ambitious programme for rebuilding our public services and making sure that this country is one that brings people together. Because after the years since the referendum, what we've seen is a polarisation, and what this government should have done and has failed in doing, what the next Labour government will succeed in doing, is bringing our communities back together.
And just finally, what do you think the chances are we're going to have a general election this year?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But we're ready for it, Adam.
OK, Andrew Gwynn, thank you very much indeed.